What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to actually work on the Virago. We're going to bring it back from the dead, try to brush off the dust here and see if we can get it started. I did try to charge the battery last week for a few days, but it's completely flat, didn't hold a charge, so I know it's going to need a new battery. But I will try to bump it up and get it started with a booster pack. And then I want to try to cut this exhaust and go back to the original straight pipe look I had before I put this muffler. At the time I was living in a subdivision and it was really loud. Now I don't care and I want to go back to the original straight pipe look. So we're going to get started on that and hopefully we can get this thing started. I have my booster pack. It is fully charged. We'll see if we can get this thing going here. It's been a really long time since I worked on this. Just been really busy. Had another kid. Work's been pretty crazy and I went through the pandemic and I just kind of didn't have time to work on this thing. So let's just go ahead and try to hook this up and see if we can get it to crank over. Okay. Let me see if I remember how to turn this on. So it's completely dead. There's no dash lights. I think that's all you do. Oh, we have dash lights. Let's give it some quick start. Actually, before I do that, let's double check there's some oil in here. There should be, but I'm actually just going to add a little bit of oil. Okay. Add a tiny bit of oil since it's looking a little bit low. The beauty with having an epoxy floor like this is everything just kind of wipes off and it's super durable. I did this in my last house where I was building this consistently. It's definitely worth the money. Okay. Looks like there's some oil in there. Let's just give it a quick crank and see if it goes over. Dash light back on. Quick start. You remember how to start this? It's just on. Choke. Where's the choke on this? It's been so long I don't remember where the choke is. That's a throttle. I just turned the gas on. Alright, let's just see what happens here. So it still has the starter issue with the grinding. Turn this gas on would help. The fuel looks pretty dirty. think my battery pack's already dying. Turn signals still work. Come on. This battery pack is already almost dead for some reason. Come on. Nope. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's gonna start. I don't know why this battery pack is a piece of junk. It's pretty new, but I guess it had a couple clicks in it and that was it. It was on the charger too. So that's unfortunate. If you see the battery pack here. Oh, now it's showing 3. Let's try it again, see what happens. See if we can get it to go. I don't think it has enough juice. Nope, now it's showing dead. So I think I'm gonna have to get a new battery to try to get this going, which is really unfortunate. But the good news is the turn signals and electronics are still working. I mean, there should be no reason why it wouldn't work. It's been in a covered garage, heat temperature controlled for several years now. It's never been outside. But I guess for now, let's go ahead and just chop off this old exhaust, or this new exhaust that I put on a while back. I kind of want to cut it right where I used to have it where those welds are, put it back on an angle cut so it looks cooler, and then get rid of this muffler cannon. I think the goal is I want to disassemble this and then cut it back roughly here, I think, on both, and then do an angle cut eventually. I may have to extend this because I think originally I'd cut this further back to put a slip on here. So I think I'm going to cut them here, and then I can figure out the angle pieces and then reheat wrap all this again. So we'll just go with it here. Trying to be careful because I don't want to cut the brake line, or power line, I mean. Now we're just going to unbolt this. Probably a 15. Probably difficult to take off. Okay, that's that. So this is gonna get recycled or something, put on something else. But here, I want to extend it just a bit more. Probably back here, maybe, or maybe there, I guess. Not sure what I'll do yet, but I want to put them back on a slight angle cut that I used to have, and then re-wrap it with some new heat wrap. This one was not holding up so well here. This is some stuff you definitely don't want to touch with your hands because you'll have fiberglass slivers everywhere. But yeah, it's really unfortunate I couldn't get it to start today. I'm trying to think how I even did all this back then. This has to get tidied up. Let's take a look at it here. So, what we've done here is I've cut that off. Like I said, I want to angle it back like I used to have, and then I might extend it just a little bit further to maybe there. And then just looking at the subframe and everything, this still has to get tidied up, put in there properly. Definitely needs new fuel. I think I need to rework this fuel delivery system. I think these are possibly too long. It's only the reserve side of the tank. So from the Norton, they have the two petcocks style, and then one is basically like your reserve side, one is the other full side, I guess, but essentially they're the exact same size. So I've had them on always both, and then it would just take fuel from wherever it needs it. It does feed it, but I think I want to redo it a little differently. It does need a major cleaning because it's got full of dust everywhere. You can see it's pretty dusty. It's been several years here. But it's still holding up. I wonder if putting that on, if it gave it any battery life. No, it's fully dead. So you can see there's dust everywhere. Even the tank, I don't really want to scratch it because it's matte, so I'm not going to brush it off. But yeah, this has to get cleaned up and tidied up and put back under the tank where it used to go. Otherwise, it's pretty close to get going. It was leaking a little bit of oil over the years, I've noticed. I don't really know where it's coming from. But I did top it off just now. There is some oil in there, but it was looking pretty dry. So, let's see here. Can't really tell right now. Otherwise, that's all I can do for today. I have to go shopping and get some piping and a new battery. It's really unfortunate it didn't start. The booster pack I haven't had any good luck with it. I think it can start one time like a car, but I was really hoping it's gonna have enough juice to start this thing, but I guess not. It is a pretty big motor after all. I guess the voltage does draw quite a bit, but there's also a bunch of contributing factors here. It's been sitting for so long. The engine probably needs to be lubricated a bit when you start it, and I have to get gas to the fuel lines, which it was bone dry. The gas in here is probably pretty bad at this point. So there's still quite a bit of work to do before I can get it to start. I was just hoping that it was going to start miraculously, but I guess not. But yeah, so hopefully I'm going to be working on it a little bit more consistently. I have a couple big moves planned in the coming future, and I should know in the next month or so whether or not it'll come to fruition. If that is the case, then unfortunately I will have to sell this as I can't bring it with me. I will reveal what that plan is in the next coming weeks. Hopefully in the next video I can have a little bit more information on the situation. But like I said, if it is the case and we do decide to move forward, then this is gonna have to go. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to sell it just because I can't physically bring this with me, which kind of sucks, but I think it might be worth it if it does happen, and I'll have a lot more content as well if we do decide to do these plans that we're thinking of right now. I'll have more updates on the next video, but for now, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.